Welcome back, dear children. So, everyone heard the story in the waterfall and took a sip of the sake. In less than an hour, what happened? The picture was empty. This is what is the last slide we saw, isn't it? So, shall I move into the next slide, dear? Right? Do you have any doubt in this? Next morning, Taro started for work even earlier than before. First, actually, he was coming in normal time. Then he started little bit earlier. Now, even earlier than the morning before, even this before the sunrise. He carried with him the largest picture he owned. Okay, the biggest pot he had in his home that he took, and for he intended first of first of all. Okay, first of all is different, first of all is different. Can you able to differentiate the two? For he intended first of all to go to the waterfall. He should be the first person to go to the waterfall. So that is the reason he wake up earlier than before. Even before the sun rises, he woke up and he went to the waterfall. Okay, so now you understood. First of all is, first of all you mind your words. First of all you write your classwork. So that is different. This meaning is different. First of all to go to the waterfall. He wants to be the first person to reach the waterfall. So the next morning, Taro started for work even earlier than the morning before. He carried with him the largest pitcher he owned. He intended first of all to go to the waterfall. When he reached, what? He found a surprise. Great surprise. What is that? All his neighbors were there. Not only he went late. In fact, he went very late. All his neighbors were there in the waterfall. They were carrying pitchers, jars, buckets, whatever container they have in their home. With all the container, they were near the waterfall. Anything they could find to hold the magic sake. So now can you able to understand here? Is it clear for you? Clear? The meanings are okay. So when he reached it here refers to the waterfalls. He found, to his great surprise, all his neighbors were there. They were carrying pitchers, jars, buckets, anything they could hold the magic sake. Now, then he could find the one villager. He was seeing from the rock, near the rock. He was standing near the rock. Who is standing? Taro was standing near the rock and he was watching everything. One villager knelt and held his mouth under the waterfall. Knelt. What is that? Knelt. What is the meaning of knelt? Dear, take your dictionary. Now, search the meaning of knelt. Now, in live session, we will discuss about that word. Okay. So then one villager, by reading the sentence itself, we can able to understand what knelt is, isn't it? So check it out and say the answer here. Then one villager knelt and held his mouth under the waterfalls. Why? To drink. He drank again and again and then shouted angrily, "Water! Nothing but water." Others also tried. There was no sake, only cold water. Can you able to understand the difference? One villager knelt. Everybody started filling only. They didn't taste at all. Only one person knelt and held his mouth under the waterfall to drink. First he tasted, it was like water. Again and again he was drinking that water. It was simply a cold water. Then he shouted angrily, "Water, nothing but water." Others also tried, but there was no sake, only cold water. Right? "We have been tricked," shouted the villagers. "Where is Taro? Let us drown him into the waterfall." See how it is, how a small boy is drowning here. The same way, villagers got very angry. They wanted to drown Taro like this. Okay, where is Taro? Let us drown him in the waterfall. But Taro had been wise. Why? If I go there in that spot, everybody will definitely drown me in the waterfall. I cannot come out, escape from this place immediately. So what happened? He started to go behind the rock. He hid himself behind the rock. Taro had been wise enough to slip behind a rock. Just slipping, hiding himself behind the rock. When he saw how things were going, he was nowhere to be found. So he was observing everything from behind the rock, but the villagers cannot able to find him. Is it clear? "We have been tricked," shouted the villagers. "Where is Taro? Let us drown him in this waterfall." But Taro had been wise enough to slip behind a rock when he saw how things were going. He was nowhere to be found. Now, muttering their anger. Muttering, what is the meaning here? Speaking unclearly. They were shouting. Everybody started shouting. Nothing was heard clearly. Okay, muttering their anger and disappointment, the villagers left the place one by one. Why they are disappointed? Their expectations were fully what? Yes, exactly. The waterfalls will be full of sake. But actually, what happens? Here, it was a cold water. So the villagers were disappointed and they left the place one by one. Taro came out from his hiding place. Was it true? He wondered. Actually, when I was drinking, it was sake, and when others were drinking, it was only a cold water. How is it possible? Was it true? So he thought again and again, and he said to himself, "Was the sake a dream? Really? Was it a dream?" See here, a person is flying in the sky with so many stars, wishing stars. Have you shooting stars? Have you heard of shooting stars and wishing stars? It will fulfill all our wishes. Have you heard of that? Right. So now he wondered, was sake a dream or is it true? It's a confusion for Taro. Then once more he caught a little liquid in his hands and put to his lips. It was the same fine sake. See here, he was taking some water and started drinking. It was actually sake. To the thoughtful son, the magic waterfall gave the delicious sake. To everyone else, gave only cold water. So, children, what do you understood by this? To the thoughtful son, the magic waterfall gave the delicious sake. To everyone else, it gave only cold water. What do you mean by this, dear? Yes, the story, we'll discuss that. That is the moral of the story, right? The story of Taro and his magic waterfall reached the emperor of Japan. So the emperor also heard the story and he sent for the young woodcutter. Sent here refers to call. Okay. He called. Who called? The king called the young woodcutter and rewarded him 20 pieces of gold for having been so good and kind towards whom? Towards their parents. Okay. So from this, now can you able to understand the moral of the story? The previous paragraph also said the same. To everyone else it gave only cold water, but to him it gave delicious sake. Now here he sent for an woodcutter and he rewarded him 20 pieces of gold for having been so good and kind. Right? So relate these two. Waterfalls is also giving sake for him. And the king is also giving 20 gold coins. What is this? So, then for having been so good and kind. Then he named the beautiful, not only that, he named the most beautiful fountain in the city. Whose name he gave? He gave Tharo's name. Okay. Tharo's fountain. Tharo's beautiful fountain. So this, said the emperor, was actually the emperor said, why the king is doing all this? See, so many people are there in his kingdom, assume. Okay. But the king is giving importance to him alone. So everybody will get hurt, isn't it? So many person, more than him, they are doing more than him, but he is only rewarded. Why? Everybody will think, isn't it? Why is that? The emperor said, this is to encourage all children to honor and obey their parents. Now you remember why the waterfall gave sake to Tharo alone? Because he is not doing anything for himself. He is doing everything for his parents. So the kindness and the good attitude, okay, made him to get that sake from the waterfall. The same way here, the king also honored this boy Taro, and gave 20 gold coins. And not only that, he encouraged all the children. That means what? So everybody will start respecting their parents and they'll obey their parents. If you are obeying your parents, ultimately God will give you a magical gift. Okay, whatever you wish, God will provide us. So said the emperor also said this to encourage all children. Why there is an encouragement? Everybody has to honor and obey their parents. So what is the moral of the story? Honor your parents and obey your parents. Be respectful to your parents. Be affectionate to your parents. Okay. So this is a story. This is a Japanese story. So I hope you understood all the part of this lesson, children. Now a small recap. Okay, what is the name of the lesson? Taro's reward. What is the reward he got? Sake. And 20 gold coins from the emperor. One more reward also he got. That is his name for the beautiful fountain. Okay, children. Thank you.